referring back to the struggle just a little bit. So oftentimes we talked about just getting going, and maybe this is already assumed in that conversation. But usually there's a decision that's either been made in the past, and perhaps you've already made that, or you have in this case. But I'm talking about that moment of that struggle. Like there's a decision sometimes that says, I got to get back on my horse or not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The decision is what I'm looking for.
And sometimes that's the hardest thing, especially for men, is just to make that decision. I listen to a guy, his name is Eric Thomas, and that's one of his biggest things that he talks about is make a decision. And a lot of times we don't understand that we make a decision every day. Whether it's I need to wake up early in the morning, and if I wake up early in the morning, it may allow me to get any reading done, get that extra email out the way, to eat better, to whatever it may be. That's one decision that we make. We also make another decision where to say I'm just going to wake up whatever time I feel like and complain.
Right.
That's a decision. I think that's the biggest thing that helps out anyone. And there's nothing better than a person that's motivated. You know, kind of use another football reference. When an individual is running, let's say like a stretch running player, what I mean by that is they're running a little laterally, but when they put their foot in the ground and they go
make their cut.
north and south and make that cut,
you only get one.
You only get one.
You get one.
That's
you only
the biggest
get
thing.
one.
You only get one. They make that decision, and it's like a locomotive.
Right.
You know, going through glass. Like you know what's going to happen.
And the guys can make that most definitively.
Exactly.
Are usually the more successful ones.
Exactly, and that's the same analogy as in life. Is that make a decision on what you're going to do. You know, and that's the biggest thing. Sometimes you have to go through pitfalls. You have to make mistakes. Right. But once you get to that point, and you know what you want to do, especially we're talking about your dreams and your goals, make that decision and go after it.
Right.
Do it.
That's good.